Gatorade, Lay's potato chips, Aquafina, Quaker Oats, South Beach beverages. All these brands commands a loyal following and fulfills a distinct niche in the snack food and beverage market. The one thing they all have in common is that they're part of the Pepsi family. Our magazine's readers encounter Pepsi products every day, but I'd venture to guess that very few of them realize the full breadth of Pepsi's presence. This global giant operates in over 200 countries, including India, the site of a recent ethical controversy that I'll discuss more later. Today I'm going to talk about Pepsi's history, its current operations, and its public relations strategies. First, to understand how Pepsi became a global snack foods giant, it's important to look at the company's history. Pepsi was the creation of a small-town pharmacist named Caleb Bradham, who is quoted as saying that he simply wanted to compound a drink that was good-tasting, healthful, and refreshing. Demand for this drink soon outgrew the small drugstore basement in which Bradham operated, and in 1902, the Pepsi-Cola Company was born. Sales grew rapidly, and the company survived both bankruptcy and the Great Depression. But Pepsi truly began to grow in the 1960s, when it merged with Frito-Lay to become PepsiCo Incorporated. Pepsi continued expanding its product offerings and its geographic presence, acquiring brands such as Mountain Dew, Tropicana, and Lipton, and entering European and Asian markets. However, this impressive growth and financial success did not occur without setbacks, such as lawsuits in the 1930s and allegations of accounting fraud as recently as 2004. Despite these embarrassing episodes in Pepsi's history, the company has consistently reached financial goals, including sales of $1 billion in 1970 and profits of $1 billion in 1990. Now let's turn to Pepsi's current operations. Organized under 3 primary business units, Pepsi uses a multifaceted distribution network to bring its products to consumers. But it not only tries to reach consumers in a variety of ways, but it tries to give consumers the mix of products they want. For example, during the last decade, Pepsi has focused on providing its customers with more nutritious offerings. For example, by removing trans fat from its products and partnering with youth and health organizations, Pepsi has been able to give the consumers the nutritious products that they want. And Pepsi expands its product lines through organic growth and mergers and acquisitions, with a purpose agenda aimed at sustaining positive relationships and protecting the environment. It seems that Pepsi's core strategies seek to balance financial results with social responsibility. Another component of Pepsi's operating environment is risk assessment. Pepsi recognizes that a number of conditions could affect its reputation or its operating results. For instance, if Pepsi fails to anticipate changes in consumer preferences, demand for its products could drop. Likewise, litigation, regulatory action, and product contamination could damage Pepsi's public image. So to avoid these situations, Pepsi tries to maintain high standards of product quality, safety, and integrity. Yet even with its keen awareness of operating risks, Pepsi was recently confronted with an ethical controversy and subsequent negative publicity. In August of 2006, the New Delhi-based environmental group Center for Science and Environment accused Pepsi of producing soft drinks containing pesticide residues that exceeded government standards. The impact of these very public allegations was immediate. 7 of India's 28 states imposed bans on Pepsi soft drinks, which caused a dramatic decline in sales. The public allegations also reveal deeper issues within the Indian community. India suffers from a water shortage, and many villagers claim that Pepsi consumes excess groundwater in their parched communities. So perhaps Pepsi's presence in a region plagued by scarce resources is in itself an ethical issue. Pepsi's immediate response to the pesticides crisis was to launch advertising campaigns promoting the safety of its products, to step up efforts to reduce water usage in its plants, and to work with the Indian government to develop measurable quality standards. And finally, newly appointed CEO Indra Nooyi visited India personally shortly after the incident erupted. While these crisis management responses relieved some of the harm done to sales in the region, Pepsi's image is still damaged. Its image suffered in part because Pepsi was not communicating its community enhancement and infrastructure initiatives. For instance, Pepsi failed to publicize its funding of wells, pipelines, and taps, all of which bring water to various Indian communities. And since Pepsi identifies India as a top strategic priority, managing public perceptions in this area is critical for the company's success. If Pepsi does not communicate these initiatives directly and consistently with the people of India, Indians will have no other choice than to believe the very vocal attacks from critics. Pepsi has a long history of efficient operations and attention to customer needs, but it must now deal with this ethical problem. Pepsi's future in India depends on how the company repairs its reputation as a consumptive multinational. But all is not lost. With swift and strategic action by CEO Indra Nooyi, Pepsi can learn from its mistakes and reclaim its image as a nurturing and innovative company.